Stand to MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Rippers, Rumblers, and last time, well, we blew up another supercharger. We have been a bit struggling with a brand new activatable equipment system. However, despite that fact, we are still managing to blast our way through the competition and managed to pick up quite a few interesting pieces of kit, including a Black Ops cockpit, which I'm not quite certain what to do with just yet. I'm kind of secretly hoping on getting a brand new mech to throw that into, maybe make it something really, really interesting and cool, but where that'll go, we'll have to find out after we manage to accomplish a couple of missions. So today, we're starting to look and trying to pick up the last couple of missions here on this planet before we move on. There's 4 missions left. One of them is a 2-skull, and the rest of them are 3 skulls, and one of them is also an assassination against the general, which I'm not entirely certain I want to attempt. But there was another one that had the potential to pay out a lot of salvage, but at the same time also has a chance of going horrifically wrong. So we're going to give this a shot with a certain special mech setup that we're going to have going. So with that, logistical breakdown. We're tracking a regular local government logistical convoy through this area and believe the convoy is carrying critical supplies for an unknown number of military units. We'd like you to destroy the convoy and any supplies it may be hauling. We have no information on what the defenses the convoy is likely to have, so assume at least one lance escorting. If so, there is a bonus if you can eliminate that escort lance. So I don't like ambush convoys. Ambush convoys go very badly, very quickly. And also, it tends to be a little bit difficult to actually knock out the vehicles fast enough in order to take care of things. At a 3-skull mission for 4 of 17, though, we might be able to pull this off just because the completionist in me wants it to happen. It's going to pay out 285,300 Seabills, so let's drop down on these suckers and see what we can actually get done. There was a minor modification that had to be made to one of the mechs. There has been a small change, or maybe a major change, in the way that some pieces of equipment fit onto actuators, and the combat shield on the hatchet man has had to go away because it's not compatible with the claws also being there. So we've had to have it removed, but on the bright side, it gives us an additional C3 slave, which we can use for other cool and interesting things. So the lance is as follows, and it's a little bit of an odd setup. We have Brother in Mr. Stabby. We've brought Hammer in his Hatchet Man. Ripper in the Dest, which is the complement to the ROM. We've started naming them after Special Forces units inside of the Inner Sphere. ROM was originally named after Space Knight ROM from Marvel Comics, but it was just too good of a thing to pass up. And Witness in his MRM Shadowhawk. So yeah, I'm hoping that by using the 2 melee mechs, I might be able to get something interestingly done quickly. Hope being the operative word. Mr. Stabby, when he needs to, can move very, very fast, as you can see. And if we turn on all the wonderful... Oh, it's this map again! How lovely! If we turn on all the lovely, powerful engine pieces of equipment, he just goes flying across the map. So the goal, of course, is going to be rush the Hatchet Man and Mr. Stabby on forward, get up close and personal, stomp on everything, and then blow up all the escorts before anybody knows the difference. I don't know if this is going to work, but I do know that Mr. Stabby and the Hatchet Man can kill basically any vehicle in one hit, so I figure if I take my Shadowhawk and my Centurion, I can hold the line. And the only reason I don't have both Shadowhawks is because one of the Shadowhawks is currently in the repair bay for a little while, and I can't get it available. Also, ROM is not available for another 3 or so days for also repairs. So this is a bit of a BT backup on a mission that really kind of does require the A-team. The big problem here is going to be actually... Oh, there's the reinforcements already. 3 missiles, could be an ML3. That's exactly what I'm thinking it is. So the problem here is the fact that we can't see them. And we're not going to be able to see them, unfortunately. Hammer, I don't think, can get far enough to support. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Ooh, that's not forest. It looks like forest, but it's not. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. So I'm going to move in here. So... Hunter light support tank, that's fine. A patent tank, that's fine. A heavy missile carrier is not so fine. And a missile carrier 60 ton also not super fine. So I didn't think that I was going to be able to get Hammer into position anyway this turn, but Mr. Stabby will absolutely be able to get to anybody that he absolutely wants. So we're going to run right on top of this patent and see if we can break him. I know, we're setting ourselves next to 2 missile carriers, but I'm hoping that they're not SRM carriers. I may have underestimated the strength of the enemy. Uh-oh. So we just did 246 damage to that guy, and he has 250 armor on that. 255. Oh. Oh no. Anywhere else except from the front would have killed that. But not there. Oh god. Are you Thunderbolts? We're about to find out just what sort of horrors await us. 20 damage we took it? Oh, that must have been medium lasers. Okay. Witness, time to get on the move. What are you? Uziel, lovely. I'd love to steal you. And a missile carrier, 95 tons. Oh, God. I may have gotten involved in things I shouldn't have, but I really wanted to see if I could make it work, because I thought I could, and I may be coming to regret this greatly. Move up into the forest, take a little bit of cover. I can't hit you all that efficiently. This can't be spawn protection, is it? It might be. So I'm going to save Warlord, but I'm going to lay into the Uziel. Mainly because I'm hoping all I need to do is blow up one torso on the Uziel, and he's done, because all Uziels that I know of have XL engines. Light weapon carrier moving forward, he's a primary target, and that's a good pick, actually, for something to do. By doing that, he has essentially made him a sitting duck. Oh, I could get a back shot on the Uziel, but we've got to shoot the Hunter Light support tank. Ooh, that's not great. My SRMs are not in a great position. I do have Artemis. Okay, thank you. Lovely, lovely Artemis missiles. 80 damage I can do with Warlord. I'm gonna trigger it all. I don't want to trigger it, but I'm going to. So Warlord activate, put that on cluster. We're gonna give every single possible chance that we have of making this work. Structure exposed. Oh, just barely. Not enough to kill him. So the patent not being down is a bit of a problem. Him not being down is a bit of a problem. And the two missile carriers, of course, will be a bit of a problem. The Hunter Light support thing is not a primary target, though. Okay, Uziel coming in for a punch. Not really a common thing that Uziels do. As far as I know, they're post-clan inspired mechs. High speed, maneuverability. And a deep scan coming from the heavy missile carrier, thank you. And another deep scan coming from the Patton. And the missile carrier is 60 tons? I have got... Oh, boy. Is that a minefield? Because I kind of think that may be a minefield. I'm not sure what that was. Although that was pretty cool, because at first it's like, huh, this doesn't seem so... Oh my god! Whereas that's just like, oh my god. And that was Swarm LRMs. He actually hit his buddy on this one. Oh, cluster. The swarm weapons are the AoE weapons in this game. Oh, such a wonderful change. And 3 more MMLs opening fire on the Hatchman. So the Hatchman, of course, is going to have to... Oh, Brother's up. Lovely. Brother, I want you to kill the heavy missile carrier 80 tons. Primary target. Big, important thing to blow up. Please do. Mr. Stabby, you can do it. Mr. Stabby did it. Okay, that's 25% of the enemy force down. Hammer is probably going to have to go against the other big one. I kind of want to save people with multiple fire weapons. Oh, good. Ripper. Ripper, there are no mines around you. Okay, so that works out okay. Take aim at our good friend, the missile carrier. Actually, I'm going to split fire. Is it worth it? Ooh, yeah, it's potentially worth it. Okay, how much do we got left? Potentially 20 minus about a third, so a couple of clusters is what I'm looking at. 2 missiles at the very least. Yeah, I don't... No, not sprint. Multi-target, please. So, this and this. Now, if I set you to Bravo, I set you to a slug. Slug, please? 44. I'm going to take that chance. We're going to go both Bravo and have A will be all of my SRMs. I think that'll work out, hopefully. Pray for me. Got him. Okay, so number 2 down. Okay, looks like enemy reinforcements showed up, and we managed to miss with both the slug and the ER medium laser, so not wonderful right there. I will then maneuver around to get into a defensive position, supporting over here. Ooh, I may have placed my back a little bit too far towards the enemy. I'm hoping that'll be okay. Escorts are on the way to emergency support. We've taken out 2. Oh, wait. Was that Hunter not part of the group? Wait a second. What in the hell is that? This is an interesting Uziel. 1, he's got a cannon, and 2, he's got a large pulse laser. So I'm a little bit concerned. Okay, so you're a primary target. You're a primary target. Who's the last primary target? Huh? Because we've got 25% of the primary targets are destroyed. I don't see who we're missing at the moment. I'm going to go for the missile carrier. Oh, he's down there. Oh. Okay, so we're taking him out. So that is missile carrier, and now we've just got the 75% now? Am I misreading something? Because I kind of get the feeling I'm misreading something. Yeah, a Rommel tank is still part of the primary group. But the pad... This is getting confusing. I'm not quite sure what's going on anymore. So instead of worrying my pretty little head about it, I'm going to turn around over here and just blow this guy apart. It's point blank range. It's MRMs. It's into his back. I'm kind of hoping for Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Didn't take out the CT, so that may actually be enough Uziel parts, because I think we're on the cusp of getting an Uziel in this campaign as well. We have lots of Uziel things that we're looking to steal. Harasser, or Hunter coming around to target us. The Patton moving forward. Big cannon. Oh, hit us with it. That was a AC-10, I'm going to guess. Okay, heavy missile carrier moving up the side. Lots more swarm missiles. Oh, it's getting painful on this right arm. What's in this right arm? A tag and a pair of medium lasers. I'm fine with that. That may also, though, be the torso that also has the heavy weapons, the MRM, which I would like to save. A ghost! Interesting. Brother, come along and do me a favor. Kill him. As long as you don't hit the front, you've got him dead. Or you could miss a 91% chance. Yeah, that's a thing, too. I'm a little bit disappointed in you, brother. Hammer, can you support? Hammer can support. Hammer will deal 400. Yeah, he does not have enough health in order to handle this. A 99.1. Hammer, show him why you're part of the A-team. Thank you. Okay, that took out all the primary of the convoy. We don't have to worry about anybody running at this point. So things are good. This was the initial plan. Take out the convoy quick, and then sweep up everything else. That's the evac zone, local government forces, and reinforcements are down there. So we're fighting our way into the reinforcements. It's a little bit scary, but we can do it. You are the hunter. So I'd like to kill you, for obvious reasons. Do I get a shot? That's an open back shot on him, unfortunately. Well, he has a hunter support tank. How much armor does the hunter support tank really have? I'm kind of surprised that this is such a bad shot, though. Do you have any special equipment? You don't. Okay, I should know this by now, but I need to double-check my special equipment on occasion. Yeah, we're only going to be able to get an obstructed shot, so that's a very interesting location to be in. I could get a shot on this heavy missile carrier, which I believe is like 95 tons. I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm going to move right here. We have exposed a grasshopper, and there's a ghost right here, too. Okay, so the grasshopper is our first heavy mech, I think. Oh, no, it's not our... In this campaign, it might be. You have 120 minus about half armor, but we're facing your back. I think that, yeah, we're going to go and do this. 51%, 30 missiles, come on. Blow me up a thing. Oh, coming so close, so close. Oh, not quite. But we've got him pretty badly damaged. Just a couple more missiles. Ripper might be able to do it. Ripper, I require your services. Ripper's not going to be able to do it. Come on, Ripper. Oh, is that it? That's it. Okay, so that's the shot we must take and target everything at the hunter. We're, of course, going to go into a cluster. Thank you. And Artemis SRMs. Hail Mary. Was that enough? Oh, we only hit him with one. All of that fire and only one of the SRMs, and none of the clusters managed to hit that. That's really disappointing. I could kind of been hoping to kill him. Okay, a little bit more lock-on going down, so we're about to get hit by this missile carrier a lot more. I need to get this right side away from it because it's starting to become a bit of a problem. Grasshopper has bombast lasers? Heavy mediums? I'm not quite sure. We'll find out soon. Rommel tank is heavy, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Honestly, it's this missile carrier that has me the most concerned because of that. Oh, because of that. So much. And, you know, fire. We got a little bit of a fire problem going on here. And he's decided to spread his fire on the dust as well. Not able to touch the dust, but it's there. So it's the thought that counts. Alright, so there's a ghost somewhere around here. We know he's somewhere around here. There he is. Hi! You came into view. I can do something about you. And a pair of MMLs. So because he came into view, I can actually get you in range. And I shall. Ooh, that's a really bad chance to hit. That would place me well ahead of the enemy forces. I don't think I can justify that. Not with the Ghost. The Ghost is a little bit too thinned for it. He's already down to 40 armor on this side that'll kill the entire mech. So I can't quite justify that. What I can, however, justify... Well, even this is a little bit ridiculous, but I'm going to go for it. Let's clear their top looking. That's the second one he's missed in a row. Are you kidding me, man? Well, at least he plinked him. We got that going. Hammer can't make it, so Hammer's going to move up here as well. Unfortunately, he's having to work quite closely with Mr. Shanky, because Mr. Shanky hasn't been able to touch the broadside of a barn at the moment. So we have cleared up the top group. We're now working our way down. So from above to below is a good position to be in. It's just I was kind of hoping to be onto the missile carrier at this point, because it's a 95-ton one that carries just a ridiculous number of LRMs that we really kind of need to handle soon. Oh, wait a second. What? How close did that get? Not all that close. Okay, so we're fine. we're okay. We'll survive, I think. So the grasshopper has bounced himself up here and down low. So the obvious solution to that is to get me a few on the gosh darn missile carrier so we can start ripping him apart. That I could do that. I'm probably going to be better off doing that. Sprint. I think a sprint is in order. Yeah, the sprint is in order. Come around over here. Not quite that far. So I can turn enough to protect myself. Yes, we're going through the fire. We're going to give myself a little bit of vigilance for the additional initiative. I'm going to ignore you, and I'm going to focus on you. I need to cook a little bit, I think. Maybe I can shut off a couple of lasers. Because I have the back shot. You've got a lot of armor, though. I'm hoping for my improved MRM. You know what? We're going to cook it this round. I feel it's a necessary thing to do. Are you kidding me? Is it dead? How is it alive? Oh, it's got 50 health. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. That is impressive on several levels. But it's got to die. It's the #1 thing to die, by the way, in case you were wondering. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to provide, not you, but you, all of the love and care that we can possibly grant. There we go. Okay, oh, they're MMLs and LRMs. That's an interesting combination of weapon systems. Not a bad one, just interesting. Okay, enemy round. I'm kind of hoping the grasshopper bounces up here so I can melee him. Ghost is moving up. You've got, yep, pair of PPCs. I believe they're lights, but we have been sensors impaired and in a little bit of trouble. Brother, how fast can you run? Oh, the fastest. 27%. Jeez, 67%. I've got to go for this. 67 with my, yeah, I'm not putting my back towards the enemy like that. So we're going to go. Ooh, I can't actually get a back hit on him. But we are going to go wide out here because, hey, maybe eventually he'll hit something. And another miss out of him. Brother, you are just single-handedly disappointing me more and more every single day. At least he's been tagged, so that works for us. We can operate on this level. We are, curiously, right in the back of this guy. With an absolutely terrible chance to hit. You, on the other hand, are a much better chance to hit, and from behind you have 120 armor. I can do something about that, I feel, potentially. That would put me through burning fire. I would prefer not to. I'm trying to remember how to manually... No, not that. How to manually walk. Because I remember there was a way to do it, and I have forgotten it in the years since I needed to do it. Because I don't want to run through fire again. But I may have to. Did I cook last round? Yes, I did. So why am I so low on heat? Huh, count me a little bit confused. Stomping on him will do nothing. Let's see, what can I think of to do to you? No. What was the button? There is a button for this. That's just to show the grid, I think. Oh, wow, I did not know anything about that. No. There's got to be a way to waypoint here. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. So we are going to have to run through the burning forest, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm going to set up back here. Heat from fire, jammed by ECM, but my heat went down. I don't dare cook a second turn in a row, so I'm going to shut off a couple of medium lasers that are putting me over the line. We're going to rely very heavily on this MRM to actually do something. So, yeah, because I'm not sure if we're still counted as burning from the last round. A lot of really good hits on the back of that tank, but not nearly enough to actually break him. But we're working on it. And if he turns to face us, he'll put his back towards a whole bunch of other things, and I'm kind of hoping that I can get... Oh! Okay, that was a penetrating hit right there. How bad? Oh, really bad.
That got through my armor, Commander.
Hammer, you are in range. Lovely. So Hammer's going to get right. 83, 87. We're going to go for the 87. Oh, I should have gone Berserker. I didn't think to. Oh, but I didn't need to. I hope. So can you do me a favor and actually roll fairly high? Because I think I need you to get involved and killing that grasshopper before basically the world breaks. Or more or less gets very, very bad for us. High. Sprinting forward will get me basically nothing. But hey, I've got to go for anything I can get my hands on at this point. Just fire at him. Yeah, cluster rounds we know, but we're working on it. Pretty decent amount of damage. The problem is his forward armor is basically impenetrable at this point from just his weapons. Oh, good choice of target, I have to say. I can't fault you for any of that. I don't know if that's going to be... Oh, brother.
Ready for orders.
He can make it. Oh, he can make it. He's only going to have a 48% chance. I've got to go check to see what's up with that mech, because something seems really off with his ability to do things. So let's pop over here. We are, of course, going to Vigilance, and we're going to turn everything on, because it's got to be done. Yeah, we're going to cook just a wee bit. No, let's actually keep the cooking just barely under control. Blast into his back,
Targeting enemy 6.
and maybe we'll get really lucky with something, and he'll go unsteady, and that'll make an easy follow-up? No, that's not going to happen. Hi, brother, I need you to dig deep. Dig deep and strong.
Roger.
So running through the forest doesn't really care about fire. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Is that him broken? Maybe? Is that him not unsteady? Are you kidding me? He's not unsteady. Ripper, you're going to have to follow up with this one and make him unsteady. Yeah, I'm going to reveal my back to him a little bit. Hi, Warlord this. Fire. I'm going to make you unsteady if it kills somebody. It's probably going to kill you if I'm lucky. Enemy phase. Please tell me it's not him, because I did knock him down by like 6. How in the hell are you the one who gets to move? I knocked your initiative down by 6 when I blew off your side torso. Oh, luckily for us, he only fired a small laser into the back of the commando. He didn't move all that fast, so I might be able to do something about this. Just spreading his fire all over the place. Okay, I can work with that. Hammer, please tell me you're up before the pattern. You are. Can you get in range? Oh, you are there yesterday. 87. Yeah, swing it. Yeah, I know. The pattern still has to go, but that's got to go down. That's got to go down now. So he ain't moving at all until next round. We're going to go for his legs. Unless you're about to show me you've got like 8 injuries on you and no health left. We don't know, actually. Alright, Patton gets to make his shot. I'm hoping he shoots the Dest, because the Dest can take it. I hope. Cross your fingers. Rear attack, and managed to miss most of the things. I'm happy with that. Dest can also move around into his back and just blast him in the back. It'll be great. Alright, brother. Kill this, because we're going to try and pick that thing apart.
Locked on for
So, stop. Lovely. So we're down to just him, and I do believe we should have more than everything, because we did knock him down, and that tends to do very negative things towards your initiative order. Witness. You're looking at him, right? You are not. You're going to move only slightly. Can we kill him? Ooh, that's the question of the hour. It's possible no. But I'm going to bank on it. Worst comes to worst, I blow him apart. Everything to on. Warlord active. We're gonna make every shot count.
all weapons are go.
Blow off his leg, blow off his leg, blow off his leg, blow off his leg, blow off his leg. Or you could trim the fat off of every piece of that. My Warlord isn't ready, but I do have a slug shell. Because I'm going to use the slugs on this one. 93%, go for the leg. Or you could annihilate his CT and make him bail. I will go with the bail. Okay, that's fine. Because that actually keeps him more intact than if I had blown off his other leg. So that'll work out okay. Took some really nasty hits, but at the end of the day, we're going to get some medium mech parts. We might get an Uziel, hopefully. Cross your fingers. We might get a heavy mech part. A Grasshopper is not exactly what I call a preferred heavy. I mean, they're cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not my preference. You may have noticed a lot of mechs that I like are the reverse limb design, which is really weird considering I don't like playing the clans. The Hatchetman got out of this fight unscathed. And brother just disappointed time and time and time again. That was really terrible, actually. Shadowhawk needs some serious repairs, although I don't think he lost anything important. Got a whole bunch of ghost parts, two Grasshopper parts. Do I go for the Uziel? Just to guarantee it? I think I do, because it's a 50-ton mech. Yeah, it's only a 50-ton mech. Bombast Laser. Can be selected between damage and range at the cost of heat and accuracy. Okay, so minimum 0, optimal 300, maximum is 510, does 55 damage. Sacrifice power. I'm told the Bombast Laser is superior to the VSPL. How much does it weigh? That is another good question. 7 tons, so it'd be 2 tons lighter. So maybe. LBX2, heck no. Light PPCs, no thank you. Longfire LRMs are interesting, but I don't really use them. LRM5 Deltas, +2 recoil, -15% AMS, not terrible. MMLs are really cool because you can use them however the heck you want. A whole ton of Thunderbolts. Wow, that was all probably that Thunderbolt missile carrier. I don't have any Thunderbolt 15s, which are how many tons? 9. That's not terrible for what it does. A whole ton of fusion cores. Lovely fusion cores. Really. Engine light. Starting to risk our Uziel now. But, okay, we're going to drop down to the bottom, just make sure there's nothing special here. Whole bunch of Thunderbolt ammo. SRM Deadfire just always seemed to be weird to me, because aren't SRMs already Deadfire rounds? Torso Mount Cockpit. It's mounted in the center torso, +1 initiative, plus 10 inch. Oh, what? 4 tons. Oh, so it weighs 3 tons, take 2 slots, and it's a CT. Now, if the Mech is incapacitated, the reason his pilot is killed, and the only way that is exploding is if you take out the CT, which annihilates the Mech anyway. That's, I'm not gonna lie, that's really cool. I really kind of want it. But I don't think I can justify it. Sensor tracker, no. Double heatsink kit. Oh, double heatsink kit. I have 3. I thought for a second I was low on them. I am apparently not. Gyro defense plus, exchanger plus. Do I have an exchanger plus already? I do. Because it weighs a lot. Huh. Do I need it then? Yeah, let's be smart about this. I'm going to cry when I miss it. 280 rated fusion core. I have none. Yeah, Uziel, I pray for RNGesus, but I've got to be honest with you. There's too much good stuff here. A 280 rated fusion core and a gyro defense plus. Lock it. 2 Uziel parts. If I have one more... Oh, I forgot to look. If I have one more in storage... Come on. Please tell me I have one other type of Uziel in storage, because if I do, I've got an Uziel, and I love that mech. It's not the greatest mech in the world. It's terrible in MechWarrior Online, but I do love my Uziel. It looks so cool. Except that very same set of looks, the geometry of it is one of the reasons that makes it so terrible in MechWarrior Online. Oh, but I do love Uziels. I think they're really awesome. So I'm really desperately hoping that I have 2 sets of Uziel parts, and I could only see the one because that was the type that showed up there. Because I got 2 Uziel parts. I almost got the 3rd, but I had to go for that equipment. I mean, a good fusion core, a defense plus gyro, a light engine. I mean, that was brilliant. The kit there was just perfect. All right. Yes! The Uziel is not a groundbreaking BattleTech battle mech design, especially when considered to some of the newer designs that come out of the Hesfirst 2. It does, however, incorporate several newly developed weapon systems into effective combat package. The Uziel carries an LB-2X autocannon for hit and fade attacks, which is backed up by a large pulse laser range and a bevy of VR lasers and SRM-6 for close range assault. Backed up by the respectable speed and jump jets for maneuverability, the Uziel breaks no new ground, but is a clean and effective design nonetheless. Restricted actuators to left lower and right lower. And 64,000 for the next 15 days. That was a reasonable trade. Got an Uziel, got a lot of really good kit. Ah, I'm so happy about that. I am just jumping for joy. Everybody took a nasty hit on that one. Okay, Shadowhawk is going to go down to the bottom. Dest. Yeah, I'll get these 3 done. Ooh, who's more important, Dest or Shadowhawk? You know what? You're going down to the bottom, but above that. And this will be done really quickly. And that'll give me enough mechs in order to do that. But first, I want to check out my brand new Uziel. I love Uziels. I really do. I know, they're not great mechs. A lot of people don't like them. But I think they're awesome. Alright, what in this Uziel did we keep? That's the big question you always gotta ask yourself. What did you manage to keep? And the answer is... a lot of jump jets. Fix. Yeah, a lot of jump jets. That's it. Okay, so it's a 300 rated fusion core and an XL engine. Well, we're not going to do that. We can't do that. So first things first, let's... Yeah, we got to strip it. There's nothing in this thing that's worth anything. So max out everything. And we need to drop that by 1. That gives us 29 tons to play with. I'm going to try and build this relatively quickly. We are, of course, going to throw endo steel on here, but first we need a fusion core, and I want a big fusion core. I got a 300 rated fusion core. Huh. Who would have thunk it? If I put a 300 rated fusion core in here, I've got 9.5 tons. However, I have a light engine, so we'll throw that in there. And then I have a double heatsink kit to throw that in there. But wrong slot. up here. Oh, it's already got one. Oh, did it already sink in there? Yes, it did, because we had 3, now we got 1. Alright, you have 5 energy, 1 ballistic, 1 missile, and the missile's a CT mounted because it's that circular area above the cockpit, which missiles come streaking out of. It's really cool. Let's see what we can do. Endoseal, obviously. I'm thinking Pharaoh. I mean, I don't have any stealth tech, so Pharaoh. That gives me 15.38 tons to work with. We obviously don't make it a melee punchy bot because it can't do that. Give him a gyro defense, although I may need to swap that out for a gyro XL, but I hope not. So energy would be the name of the game, obviously. Let's throw in a C3 slave. And what sort of I will use my Special Forces cockpit. Wait, what? Oh, because I can't have the slave in there, apparently. Where's my Special Forces cockpit? So the Sheath Beacon will give him plus increased sensor range, sight range, ECM suite imposes a penalty. So it's a built-in ECM and active probe. All into a free head slot. I love it. Small cockpit, no, because every time the mech shuts down, it takes an injury. This is a cockpit, which I think I'd rather have a comm suite in. But if I've got a slick suite, I will, of course, use that instead. I don't think that I do. I don't. Okay. Fire control system, advanced TC. Grants several significant bonuses. I don't think I want to... Actually, what kind of ballistics do I have? I don't think I have another silver bullet gas. And if I do, I probably don't have the ammo for it. Kaliyama, AC-10s, AC-20s, light autocannons. Autocannons are fun. They allow you to get a lot of bang for not a whole heck of a lot of spending. I mean, this light autocannon is 5 tons. It's lighter than a normal AC-2. A rotary AC-2? I used to run an Uziel with twin rotary AC-2s. It was pretty funny. I do have a silver bullet. That's 14 tons. I wouldn't have enough for anything else. So maybe I need a machine gun array just as a blow them up and exploit type of weapon. If I max this out, that puts me 3-1. That's fine. Just for now. Machine gun array light or a machine gun array. It's 2x16 or 4x16. The damage is pretty significant of an increase there. Throw a machine gun array on that. Yeah, maybe not. We'll think on that one. But that is definitely where my head's at the moment. Or I could go with the Rack 2. I think I have the ammo for it. The Rack 2 would shoot 25 times 3, but you can push it up to 6 times. I don't have the weapon mount to support that, though. If I removed the weapon mount from one of my Centurions and put it onto this, that actually wouldn't be a terrible idea. But we don't have it, so we're not going to do it. A light autocannon may be a good way of just filling the slot. Because I bet it's an ultra-long range medium laser. It weighs 5 tons because you got to have the ammo, too. But it is a thought at the moment. But energy is going to be where it's at. You've got energy here, energy here. I don't have ERPPCs, do I? I do have PPCs. Snub PPC, I've got one. And a heavy PPC, ooh. I could turn them into a PPC sniper. Do I have the targeting computer for that? Because that might not be terrible. I mean, it might be, but I'd hope not. So show me your fire control systems. So we have the standard fire control. We got an Artemis, a ballistic plus, an energy plus. Do I have an energy plus? I don't. I do have a fairly decent missile making one. +1 with direct fire, plus 25% increased critical chance, 10% range, minus 50% minimum range. Yeah, I don't have an energy. I have a normal energy, which the plus of the plus is the difference of, I believe, 25% crit. So if I did that, and then, ooh, what else do I want to do? I could throw jump jets back onto him. So the heavy PPC is it's super heavy, which is a bit of a problem. Or I could turn him into a fast skirmishing one, and for that I kind of need snubs. I've only got the one, though. Well, snubs are really cool. If I threw on 2 snubs, how much heat do you generate? Snub nose generates 35 heat. Give me the exchanger plus. It explodes. Because it can explode, right? Pressurized coolant can explode for 27 heat and 33%. It's really reduce overall heat generated by a fixed percentage. I don't think this is activated equipment. So if I do that, do these stack still? No, they don't. That was funny when they used to stack. It was a liberal design choice too, if I recall correctly. So snub PPC, it's for short range. So it gives me 6 tons, which is another snubbed PPC. Not enough for the machine gun array. I'd like to back that up with, because that's kind of what I would want to do. Quick check of the store. Hi. You got any snubs? Snubs for sale, my friends. Snubs for sale. Weapons, energy. I mean, it's not a snub, but it's it's an ER. That would be one heck of a pickup. ERPP 50 heat though. Snub is nice and chill. Snub may not be the way to go though. Large X pulse is 50 heat as well. Large laser, multiple large lasers. Just a pair of PPCs would be 80 heat at 55 damage, but it's got a minimum range. The thing about the snub is it's lower heat and it's higher damage, but it's much, much shorter range. Weapon falls off at 25% of the starting value, so 530. So it's 530 range, 25% of 530 is 100 and something. So it's like 5 tiles and then it starts falling off. I do like it though. What large pulses? Do you have those? No? I mean, we have a large pulse. The problem is large pulses are also really heavy. We build a lot of energy boats. Maybe energy boat is the way to go. I mean, we could turn him into a close range brawler. I can add on 3 medium pulse lasers. Ugh, that would be painful. Where's my medium pulses? So 15 times 3 is 45 damage. At 18 heat. So if I threw 1, 2... MG array is how much? MG array... 2.5 tons. We're close. We're very close. No, I don't think that's going to work. I really don't think that's going to work. Oh, God, look at all that. That's a huge cash out we're looking at. Ugh. But I do think I want to build somewhere in this direction. But you know what? We don't want to be just staring at the mech bay all day. I'm going to revert all the changes. Oh, that's going to back out to the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up to rip everything off this mech and then fix it. And with that, I will then leave it on the back burner as a mech that we're working on. Because it's another 50 tonner. Repair all. You know what it would actually do? It could take over the 19 days at 320? Yeah, we can do that. It could take over the Hunchback's role, because the Hunchback has a single AC-20, which is shoulder mounted, which is not ideal, because the shoulder mounting doesn't give me anything extra. So I could throw an AC-20 in it. I'd prefer not to, but I could. Ball laser magnet. Because I really, really don't want to put an XL engine into it. I mean, we've seen just how fragile that makes them. Mech Bay, how long until I got a mechs? I have one right now. Hunchback Raven, Enforcer. It is a recovery mission. But I would feel much better if I had ramen. So we're going to wait 3 days, I think. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for the library. That'll allow us to fix up the Argo a little bit more. And where are we thinking about moving to? Gymnasium is morale and tech. Advanced lounge is morale and tech. Zergy pool is huge morale gain and medical. Improved library. Hydroponic garden. The hydroponic garden is good for events. And the gymnasium is also good for events. So I kind of need to pick these 2 basic ones up. And I do have an advanced hydroponic garden, which is an option. So we're going to spend for this one because it is also going to make us a little bit of money back. It's kind of expensive for what it gives us, but I think it'll help out a little bit. Mech Bay, quick check, make sure everybody is intact. They are. Lovely. Barracks. Quick check, everybody is skilled up. I believe they are, but something may have happened. No. 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 Hammer picked up another level. We're working on getting him piloting our tactics. I know, his gunnery is way down, but who cares? And Majestic. Wait, really? Brother is still out? Brother is the B team character. Well, whatever. Looks like Hammer is going to be a little bit off center from where he normally is. Hi, we came here to take one man's art because we've got 2 more missions, and these are going to be A-team missions because, well, garrison duty maybe not, but this one, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably take it for cash because 2 of 9, it's not going to be enough. So let's go take one man's art and go steal some fancy artwork back because it's 3 of 13. I could take it for 611, but 611's not all that much when compared to 313. And pull everybody off this line. The only one who's guaranteed a slot is the Hatchman. We, of course, need a Centurion to build this force around and a Shadowhawk to be cool. And for that, let's see, Bullet Trap. And, come here, Bullet Trap. Get in the mech. A Hammer and a Majestic, which, of course, means that... Ooh, Exodus is up or Hacker. Exodus, because, yeah, we didn't take him. That's right. You know what? Majestic, you're gonna have to deal with something a little bit less than you normally do. I'm really tempted, but I'm gonna go with the Enforcer. So actually, we're gonna swap these 2, just for my personal sanity. Alright, so Hammer in the Hatchetman, Majestic in the Enforcer, Bull Trap in the Rum, and Exodus in the Beamer Hawk. Gyrox. I thought for a second I had an XL engine. I'm like, I put an XL engine in a 55-ton mech? What am I, crazy? No, I'm not. Apparently, things were right on. So lovely. Let's go drop down on them and have a good time. Now, of course, we are on the lookout for a heavy mech, and yes, we ran into a grasshopper, and we didn't take the grasshopper parts because, 1, there were only 2 parts, 2, I don't really like grasshoppers, and 3, there was so much good kit. I didn't even grab Uziel parts. We got the Uziel because we had so many Uziel parts anyway, but I didn't even bother to grab them because that's how much I wanted all the really cool stuff. So what we're going to do with that Uziel, I'm not quite sure. It is another 50-ton mech. We are starting to reach the limits of our 50-ton mechs. But I really, really like it. It'll be better shooting than the Hunchback, but not as good melee than the Hunchback. But anyway, one man's art. A local government philanthropist is a patron of the arts here on Slocum. A favorite painter has been accused of heresy by the system's religious police. These arts are propped up by foreign local government agents. He'll be extradited to face trial and likely execution in local government territory. We can't allow that to happen, so we don't want to incur reprisal from the religious leaders. That's where you come in. Locate the painter, rescue him, and at the personal request of the patron, recover the painting that started this whole mess. So the local government is fighting against the local government, I think. 141,000, 3 of 13 party salvage, and 2 skulls. Should be perfect for... Okay, so half of this is the A team and half of this is the B team. The mixed team is what we're currently doing. So, the Charlie team, maybe? And we have brought some pretty decent mechs to the fight. Granted, a few of these mechs are sort of our older school mechs, but they're still pretty good. We haven't really graduated past using 50-ton mechs anyway, so it's not a big deal. Let's rush that. Yes, let's rush the Enforcer right on forward. See if we can't get a sight. We do not, but that may just be the first turn protection. Exodus will come up in the Shadowhawk, which has become very much the big brother of that Enforcer. So we'll avoid this just a little bit. I don't feel like taking the additional damage at this point because it is a 20% increase because it's acid. Acid is painful. You don't want to have to deal with it. All right, we're just going to run in through the water. We'll fall up, of course. Where's the secondary one? Okay, you're the secondary one. We'll probably break off after we murderize everybody. If we can murderize everybody, let's be somewhat humble. It's entirely possible we could get our butts kicked. So, although with Rom on our side... Can we possibly lose? Yes, we absolutely can. But still. So nothing on sensors as of yet. We'll leap the Shadowhawk up front. Hey, we've got targets. We've got an urban mech, an urban mech, and an urban mech. And an urban mech. Okay. R60. R60 LH. R93. Huh. This is weird. This is just really weird. Blast him! And we managed to miss one of our large lasers, but his gyro is, CT is open, and we did get a gyro crit. Doesn't look like he's unsteady, though, which is a bit disappointing. Ooh, urban mechs are fast. And a mongoose. Wait, the little tiny scout mech? The advanced... That is not what I thought it was. Or if it is what I thought it was, the mongoose I was not aware could carry that. Majestic... I'd like you to go and finish off an urban mech for me, please. I do believe it can be done. I do believe you will be the one to do it. Actually, I'm just going to walk it, I think, because I'm not getting out of this water anyway, and it'll protect me a little bit better. Hi, I can see you. Can you see me? Twin larges. And there... Ooh, that was nasty. I love it. All right, so we managed to just pick off the head with one of our large lasers, which was beautiful on every single conceivable level. And we will, of course, sprint to get on the ground, because that way we'll be able to charge people in the near future. I am going to run straight for it. This does place me in a somewhat precarious position, but it does also push me a little bit closer to my goals. If I zoom in, what are you carrying? Big gun, small laser. Yeah, that's probably... I'm not sure which version, but it's probably just a standard type of urban mech. Although being attacked by the entire lance of urban mechs is more than a little hilarious. Keep them both in the range. Perfect. Lovely. 24, 39, and 24. Let's go after the 39 guy, because I think it's funny. And if we manage to hit him, it'd be cool. Unfortunately, we missed, but we did chaff and blinding flare him, so if he's anything truly deadly, we'll be able to hopefully avoid it. More movement coming over from the right side, so there could be some interesting things over here. Large laser. Can I see who did it? I'd like to know. It's a Wolfhound. Okay. And the 93, medium laser. One shot. That's all you got? Okay. What do we got next? Another Urmech, the LH. Not particularly familiar with this model. Then again, I'm not necessarily a urban mech aficionado. So, we've got a little bit of movement going on. A little bit of support movement going on. Bullet trap. It's time to get on the move. Could turn around to engage. He's got actually have a side shot? Although he is fairly maneuverable and not easy to hit. If I stood right here and shot at him, it'd be a 46. Do I think I would have a better chance shooting over there? I kind of don't. So I'm going to put pressure, I suppose. If I sprinted, I could get a side angle shot on him. Thinking about it for a second. 71. Oh, yeah, we're taking that. Hi, R93. You've got triple lasers of some description. Yeah, there's enough chaff for everybody. Oh, just nailed him on that one and tore off the arm. That's normally the strong right arm of the urban mech, so he's probably been neutered on his primary heavy weapon. Oh, we're being flanked. What do we got here? The flanking force is a cicada. I gotta admit, cicadas look cool, they're just not very good. Positioned over here, we could take fire up to there to be a 24. Fire on a direct line of sight would be a 33. We don't know what that would be, but we can not find out. We're going to focus the urban lance. It's a little bit weird, but hey, give it a shot. Oh, 2 large laser penetrates. Blow something up? Did not blow him up, but we had hope. Let's sprint on up here. Hi. I'm here to basically turn you off. Hopefully, you will die. As every arbiter has before you. Medium lasers off. I don't think I risk it. Next turn, we will Warlord to get rid of the heat. Ooh, lots of misses going on here. That's not cool. Blow off his... Thank you. Okay, lovely. Oh, good. It was an AC-20. Oh, yeah, he's an R60L, and he's out of there. He has realized he's out of ammunition. He's out of anything left to fight back with, and at the end of the day, he's an urban mech. What's he going to do? Kick you in the shins? So, you've been neutered. You are mostly dead, and then this lance is actually kind of dangerous. Coming in. Yeah, that's the Wolfhound. Flanking the Enforcer, we got to get him on the move. I don't want him under too much more fire, especially since it'll probably blow off his arm, and that would be unfortunate. Hi, I can be right behind you in one beautiful move. Surprise! Oh yes, just right through that. Engine core 60, I don't care. Most of the time there's nothing in the CT of an urban mech worth saving, so actually that's probably the best way to actually destroy it unless you're looking to actually save the urban mech parts. Which if you are, well, you probably built a lance like this. And we've got punches coming in from downtown, the mongoose on the way. It's a mini commando, but it's not actually a commando. Okay, that wasn't catastrophic. I was a little bit worried that suddenly it was going to be like Mr. Shanky and it was going to break everything out of my mech. Okay, a little bit of light fire going on. He's got 2 unidentified pieces of equipment. Ace pilot! And he's evasive. He's not very evasive, you know, because he's still a locust. Okay, so that rounds it out. So this is a very light scout lance. So, urban mech for the support and then all the light scouts. Although, let's be honest, those are scary supports. I will still be visible, but I'm going to rush up here. Hi, I can shoot you with large lasers, and we'll shut off the VSPL. And set this VSPL to a single shot? Yes, that'll get my heat under control. Yes, hit it. And there goes another part of your mech. Heatsink destroyed ×4. Oh, he had a plasma cannon. That would have been really cool, actually. Target the mongoose, terrible shot. Target him, beautiful shot. We're gonna... Yes, we'll get him. Target him, yes, go away. Oh, bit of a waste of the chaff. Although that probably chaff was enough to annihilate him, so that's lovely. I gotta admit, this Urban Lance, don't really care for it. I'm not super happy about it. It's not gonna be great salvage from it. These guys could be some interesting stuff, especially this Mongoose. As far as I'm aware, Mongoose, or Mongoosen? Not really sure. They're, for the most part, Starlink era tech. So, let's move over here. Let's take aim. You're 29, you're 26. Let's Warlord this. Get that heat under control. That's some serious problems. Fire away. Miss, miss. Oh, we did get a couple of hits, so he has been scored slightly. Probably should have just chilled out for the round, because we didn't really accomplish a whole heck of a lot, if we're completely honest. What movement brings us from the enemies today? They are going to now be fighting their way uphill, which will be pretty good for us. And they're thinking about it long and hard. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, the PPC we saw before. I kind of want to... Oh, he did have a light PPC. It misfired and is damaged and critted because he decided to use it in the mode in which you don't have the inhibitor field on, which makes it... Oh, you jerk!
How's it going?
Jerk. Run away like a coward. Hi, I'm gonna chase after you. Yeah, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of weapons, but you don't have a whole heck of a lot of armor. So, go away. Oh, penetrating hits all over the place. Destroyed his light PPC. I don't really care about keeping a light PPC intact. And we did manage to recover the artist. Yes, no, maybe, perhaps. Wolfhound moving a little bit closer. Large laser bursting away. I don't think I'm in range for that sprint. I do think I'm out of range for that. And shutdown override, he is a boiling. We do, of course, have the person, and it would be rather stupid of us not to go for this. Also, we're here to kick butt, take names, and annihilate everybody. Sprint right up here, pushes ourselves right into the force of all of the enemy. Sure, let's do that. And you are vulnerable to my VSPL. You are vulnerable to my VSPL, and you are vulnerable to my VSPL, but you're also vulnerable to all my other lasers. So let me shut off this one laser just to keep us under the heat. And we've got some damage. Hip destroyed, upper leg destroyed. He's having a bit of a bad day now. I hope that slows him down. I actually do need to go back and check to see whether or not that actually does slow units down. And we need to see what you are going to do. Hopefully it's not too much. I was actually kind of worried that one of those urban mechs would have like a nuclear payload or something. Because they do exist in the game if you turn them on, the nuclear carriers option. So a little bit of fire from the Locust, nothing too dangerous. And a hammer, it's a hammer time. 83. I can't quite make it over to you. So let's go eliminate you from the competition. Ooh, yeah, that's fine.
Yes, I'm there.
Hi. Hopefully bye? Oh yes, bye. So there goes, ooh, all that Starlink era tech. Maybe there's a whole bunch of cockpit stuff that's related. If so, then great, we saved that. If not, that kind of sucks. Alright, Majestic is up. Majestic with all of his lasers. Easy shot indeed. Let's go for that Wolfhound. Not the Cicada. Well, the Cicada is also a pretty decent shot with a medium VSPL, but I want you. Alright, so we managed to blow off an arm and a leg. Unfortunately, I don't think that was his powerful arm, but he is now on the ground, so we should be able to get in close to him or follow up using Exodus. Down to 2 or 3 injuries remaining, and can I get a shot on people? I absolutely can if I desire it. Perfect accuracy, decent accuracy. Let's do this. Actually, no, let's do this, and this is Bravo. Thank you. Shoot!
Confirmed.
Ooh, missed. And that's the last of my rockets. Ooh, I'm missing an 81%. That's incredibly disappointing. I was hoping to just blow his head off, but I suppose I used all that luck trying to kill an urban mech, which is a little bit of a mistake, I suppose. So it is, of course, going to have to be Exodus to save the day. The Cicada running backwards. He's realized that he's under fire from a Gauss rifle, and he thinks that may be a little bit more than he was paid to handle. He's also quite evasive for making that long trip around. And the Wolfhound managed to move before Exodus. What? Oh no, Exodus must have moved first and just knocked over. Anyway, it's not a huge deal. You're probably not going to be able to hit me. Good, because you were on your back, and that makes you incredibly inaccurate moving forward. Come back to me. Come back to us. It is to us. Bullet trap. Alright, we're just going to move on forward. Take him and kill. Not kill. Kill. Oh, I think he's dead. Now, that kind of took away whoever Hammer was going to go for, but I'm kind of okay with that if I'm completely honest. Of course, if this Cicada moves up, because it does appear to be his turn. No, it's the Locust. I forgot all about you. Oh, you jerk.
Careful.
You little jerk. Okay, Exodus. Just move up, and the reason why I'm moving up like so is because I'm kind of trying to bait him to coming a little bit closer to me. Oh, but the accuracy. It's too good to pass up. And I can see him, so. Most of the mech destroyed. All the mech destroyed? Not quite. Most of the mech destroyed, though. So he is unsteady and he is unsettled, which wouldn't you? We are a little bit hot, but we can probably punch him to kill him, so that would be fine. I'm not quite within range to get on the cicada, but I can work at it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to ignore the locust for a little bit, and we're going to start peppering him with fire. And I do need to remember that I do have Berserker. Berserker is, of course, a wonderful ability that allows you to do very fun things. Hello. This is total overkill, and you're a locust. Yeah, the only thing left were 2 legs and a head. Very much so. Alright, on to the enemy turn. Porcupine. Well, you're a cicada, not a porcupine. Although most cicadas that I used to see were porcupines. Not anymore. But, Flamers! Yes, that's exactly the sort of weapon system that you need to use to engage a mech that is designed for melee combat. Bring on the flamers. Bullet Trap. Bullet Trap actually has a beautiful shot here. Shoot up from down here. It's a 65% chance to hit. 76 with his ballistic targeting computer, which he nailed. Tore off the left arm entirely, blowing out a shoulder and an upper arm actuator. And he's unsteady already. Lovely. I have no energy weapons, or I have no ballistic weapons with which to break my mech. So, goodbye. And by energy, I meant ammunition. There we go. Cicada is annihilated. That should be every single part of the enemy forces completely taken care of. So we're down to 2 missions on this planet. Shutdown override successful. Lovely. And he has no ammo to blow up. Hammer. Let's go steal this art. Brace. And Majestic. Let's just make our way over, because it's not a big deal at this point. Alright, lovely. So we got the secondary asset. We killed all the enemies out there, and we were just able to be picked up as we were. Lovely. A perfect resolution. Well, not perfect. We did take a couple of hits. Would have been perfect if everybody had managed to avoid fire entirely, but that's a little bit wishful at that point. Still, we're down to 2 3-skull missions left. One is a general, one is a base defense. So that could be a very interesting thing to try and work with. I'm rather eager actually to see what ends up happening. 120,000. Everybody except for the Shadowhawk picked up 2 kills, and the Shadowhawk still picked up 1 decent one, and maybe even the ejection? I don't quite remember. The Mongoose, is this the one I think? Doesn't say. Oh, I was a little bit disappointed there. And a whole ton of this. Okay, what was the LH? Modified, they replaced with a hyper velocity autocannon. It isn't geared towards long range or extend, but the hyper velocity autocannon, isn't that an extra long range? Hypervelocity autocannons fire special recoilless high-speed shells with a 10% chance of explosive misfire. Oh. That seems dangerous to use. Based on the autocannon, while they have the same damage class, they're capable of firing much further. However, in order to obtain the beliefs with this largely unique type of propellant, reducing the number of shots per ton, along with a couple of since the chance of the weapon exploding. I don't think that's worth it. A Beagle probe, fire control system energy. The plus is better. Whole bunch of heat sinks, lots of heat sinks, even more jump tests. Sensor recon, thank you. So HVAC 20 ammo carries 5 shots per ton, which is the same as a normal autocannon 20, if I'm not mistaken. Rangefinder plus, yeah. Oh, here's the heatsink double, but we didn't save the kit from it. Fusion core, fire control system energy. The energy fire control system actually probably is a better idea than the sensor recon. But we don't have any sensor recons. But we almost never have the well, we do have the sensor slot, we just almost never use it. Could grab a couple of fusion cores. Yeah, let's just lock that in. 3 urban mech parts, an AC-10, the R medium. We missed the HVAC, but that's okay. Not a great payout, if I'm completely honest. A little bit disappointing, all things considered. Probably would have been better off grabbing the additional cash. Unless, of course, we manage to get an urban mech out of that, which is entirely possible. If we've got 2 other urban mech parts sitting in storage, then we have built an urban mech, but we'll sell it right away because we're out of 30 tonners. We're barely in 50 tonners at this point. Like, keeping that Uziel around is a bit of a vanity project for me. So, let's see what things end up happening. Although we could end up turn the Dest into the Uziel and then just completely rebuild that Centurion for something else. Because they're basically, no, they're not the same, but it's similar. No, he doesn't have enough missile slots. Turn him into more energy. It would slow him down pretty considerably. 300 rated fusion core might be a bit too big for him. 280 might be a better idea. I'm going to have to go look through how much different fusion cores are going to actually affect the speed of that. War activity is occurring, and an Urban Mech 60X. Not a bad improvement on the design, but if it were me, I would have added an extra ton of AC ammo instead of giving the trash can some longevity in the field. Alright, and 8,000 for the next 3 days ought to be a relatively quick pickup. And let's see what I actually managed to salvage from that Urban Mech. Mech Bays. Hello, Irby. How nice to see you. I don't think we saved the cannon. Whatever the cannon may have been, LB-10. We saved autocannon 10 ammo, a whole ton of heat sinks, and that's it. Yeah, that's not worth saving. Sorry, you're a 30-ton mech. You didn't come in with anything really interesting. I'm gonna sell you. You're not useful to me anymore. I've got a 25 and a 35-tonner, and that's basically me for the scout category. So scrap the Urban Mech, 235,000 Seabills, a nice little pickup on that one. What are we looking at in storage at the moment? I believe we have no heavy parts. Oh no, we do. We have a Super Griffin, which is just the side of a heavy. So 2 more Super Griffin parts, 2 Dragons, or 3 Black Knight parts would give us our first heavy. In terms of medium mechs, we've got a lot. We're looking at 3 parts for Gauntlets 1A, and the Gauntlets are all different. So the 1A, the 1B, and the 1O are all different parts. They do not mix. Aside from the 1A, we're also looking at a Wolverine, very close to one of those. Anything else? Close to a Phoenix Hawk, but a Phoenix Hawk is it's 45 tons. It's very, very light compared to what we want. Getting close to a Griffin. That's not bad. 2 parts away from a Griffin, 2 parts away from a Bushwhacker. And what else we got here? It looks like a couple of Hunchback parts. 4 parts to a Gauntlet 1B. Okay, so we basically are on the verge of getting a Gauntlet should we run into them. Now, the Gauntlets are used by Steiner, the Lyran Commonwealth. So if we take a couple of missions against them, we may run into them to steal them, which wouldn't be a bad thing. We have 1 part to a Clint. No, thank you. Almost have a Vindicator, though. We've got a Butcher and a Standard Vindicator, and a Vulcan. 2 parts to that. Not terrible. And for lights, the list was so long, or not long enough. Almost got another Raven to X, so the next Raven we run into, if we grab a part for that, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Almost got a Wasp. Nobody cares about a Wasp. A White we actually ran into, which was kind of interesting. And another Raven. Wait, so apparently the Raven experimentals and the Raven stock versions don't actually feed into each other as well. But we're rather close to a couple of Ravens. Wait, do none of the Ravens actually coincide with each other? Huh. Must be. Alright, so we've got a whole bunch of scatterbrained Raven parts that could come together or not, as the case may be. But not terrible. And we have 1 part of power armor. The NAS prototype based upon the Starleague Nighthawk armor was distributed to the Grey Death Legion for testing. How it came to be used against you remains a mystery. Maybe we fought the Grey Death Legion. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I'll see you all in the next episode.